Hey gang, this is Andy over at the Facebook Live TV show. Did I just scare you?
Yeah, you did. I was not expecting that.
I'm here with the legend Robin Phillips from, well, TP&I. I almost said Instant Customer and Traffic Guys. I did. It almost came out.
Hi, guys.
But that's where I first met Robin. Those of you that have followed my story, you know that Robin is the beginning of my story.
I am the one that made him who he is.
In regard to this social media marketing, video, #1 best-selling stuff like, you think it's Mike Koenig's, Pam Hendrickson? No, it's not. It's Robin Phillips, and then everybody else came after that, right? Robin F. Phillips. So, and Robin continued on as the company was picked up by TP&I, and still going strong, eh?
Still going strong.
So,
good stuff. People should test it. Check it out.
Let's go ahead and get right back. You know, where I left off.
Which was,
what's happening with TP&I? That was my last question for you the last time we talked, is that I need to get a hold of you to find out, you know.
How to get that testimonial to me.
Yeah, how to get that testimonial. That was the big one. But what is it? What's the one thing happening with TP&I that people need to know?
Well, those that knew of Instant Customer and Traffigizer and then didn't continue on or didn't follow it after Mike sold the companies to the Pulse Network, we've done a lot. We've added so many tools. We've cleaned up the platform. It truly is a all-in-one, under one umbrella kind of web-based platform that you can do just about anything and everything you need to complete your marketing strategy for whether it's yourself and your business as a solopreneur, or such as yourself, a consultant doing work for others. You've got email, MMS or SMS, and even MMS messaging, which a lot of people don't even know how valuable and powerful MMS messaging is.
Right.
But then we've got a number of different campaigns, pre-written campaigns for your lead generation, for sales pages, live webinars. Then we get to the content distribution to help promote that campaign or pages with video, similar to what Traffigizer used to be, except it's bigger and better and stronger. And then we've got so many different things. We're driving down Mill Avenue in Tempe, so I got to be careful of the bicycle riders, because this kid doesn't know it. Doesn't look like he knows how to ride a bike.
That guy's got a big yellow jacket on.
Yeah, it's caution. I'm a knucklehead. But anyways, it really is all in one. We've added e-com, we've added affiliate management, and there's so many things. Get.tpniengage.com, and take a look at it if you're not familiar with it, or if you haven't tried it out, or just get a hold of me.
For those that are watching that may not even have any clue what we're talking about, would TP&I be considered a CRM?
Kind of, sort of, but not really. CRM is truly it really is only a database. I shouldn't say only, but it's a database to keep track and keep information on your A, subscribers, or B, customers. And in our case, it's a little of everything. And I'm going to make a right-hand turn here and see if I can cut somebody off, because we're not going to go through all of that there. So it's not your traditional quote unquote CRM.
Yep.
But it has a number of the components that a CRM does have.
When I was talking to you back some time ago, there was some talk about an app builder or app aspect to it. Is that still part
to
of
create an app?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. We've got in our pro level subscription, we've got a campaign, a pre-written campaign. It's called the Digital Hub Maker, and it's a single website to be able to send all of your subscribers to watch your video content, download any files you want to offer them, include a podcast channel if you have a podcast going with iTunes that was created through the Engage platform. You could bring your podcast episodes into the Digital Hub, and then for those of you that are doing live webcasting. such as yourself, you could use our live event producer and actually play your live webcast directly through this digital hub website. But then you can also convert that, or we can convert that to a mobile app for you that you would give. It doesn't go through the App Store and Google Play, but we would supply you with a self-install link that you could give to your subscribers. They can install your app on their phone and do everything that they do on the web-based site except on their phone.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I love Mike, but we've done a lot, and I've known Mike for 10 years.
Well, things have to grow. I mean, everything
absolutely.
has a starting point, and then things build and get better and improve. And
I think we've done a hell of a lot with it in the 2.5 years since they bought it, and I'm glad that I stayed.
Yeah. Well, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm not glad that you stayed myself, because I don't see you as nearly as much as I used to.
Right. I know.
I mean, I don't want to get all sappy.
Yeah.
I might start crying.
And then I'd start crying, and then this show would be worth a damn.
Right. Well, there's I just want to make sure people understand that one of the most important things about where I'm at right now, I'm in Phoenix, California.
Phoenix, California, huh?
What the hell?
I'm
not even at the beer yet. We just pulled up to the bar. Phoenix, Arizona.
You're not even
from
in Phoenix.
Brea, California.
You're not even in Phoenix. We're in freaking Tempe.
Oh, now we're in Tempe? I didn't know.
ASU country, baby.
I don't even know why you even said that. But that's what kind of my implement. I can spell
implement. IPLEMENT.
I promise you, I've not even had a drink yet today. Okay, the reason I'm here is because of essentially what is TP&I now.
Right.
And that is that I went and spoke at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas to a group of attorneys, and I've done it about 3 or 4 times since then using the tool of a crowd grabber.
Right.
I give a talk about scent detection dogs, about narcotics detection dogs. While on stage, I say, hey, if you want to get these slides, you don't have to take any notes. If you just want these slides and just simply want to watch and relax and see what it is I'm doing, and then you can have everything. You have notes. You can even have my #1 best-selling book. Text me using this phone number, putting in your name and email address, and you'll instantly get all of that information sent back to you.
Now what type, before you go, and I know this is your show, but I like to jump in anytime. What type of percentage of the group would you normally capture?
Yeah, I had done.
I'm sure that was what you were going to say next. But.
Yes, well, I had done this talk before in a very similar environment. I may have been even Caesar's Palace before. I've been at Caesar's like 3 times to about 500 or 600 people in the audience. Mm-hmm. Before, I would probably get about 10 business cards that I would at least find in my pocket at some point 5 days after the event. They were all wrinkled up.
And they forgot who you were if you contacted them.
Yes.
Right.
And maybe I would get a call from the 800, whatever people. It was a full house. I'm talking about a very big thing. After, when I started using the crowd grabber, I was getting 70% of the room of their information. Mm-hmm. And then...
And then you have the autoresponders automatically kick.
But yes. But... I still, to this day, I think maybe 2 weeks ago, had somebody opt in from an event that I probably did 3 years ago.
Right.
It is the craziest thing.
How that happened, right?
It still continues.
Slow.
Yeah, all of a sudden it'll get in. I'll get a little notification, text
right.
Or an email saying, blah blah blah. Opted in. Yeah, the new subscriber. And what the hell? I haven't been to Vegas in like 3 weeks.
That you remember.
Yeah, and so it's still powerful. I still get it, and again, everything leads to this point where people either know somebody that attended that event, and they say, you know what, I have my notes from that thing, or they have it on their phone, or they have the book, or they have the slides.
Right.
It's amazing what a difference is when you're putting the information from your talk in somebody's hands, as opposed to hoping that you're going to make contact with them later on at some point.
Right. I mean, they could find your book that you wrote 3-4 years ago, and you've got CTA in the book, right?
Yep.
And so that campaign that's 3 or 4 years old, maybe that's one of the that's how that person got in contact with you. You never know, right?
It continues on.
But it stays there as long as that campaign's active. You're always got the potential of having somebody else reach out to you.
Yeah. This call the reason I'm here is actually from somebody it's not even an attorney. It's the guy that got arrested from the dog sniff. His mom worked for an attorney, and she remembered the attorney talking about it, and so they said, "Hey, I heard my attorney talked about this guy," and she said some very nice things that says that I was the god of this particular thing. I know you love it when I speak like this. It is. I laugh. Dean Renfro's on here right now, and he's a pastor.
Dean?
He's a pastor, and so I hate it's a little G. not the big G.
Right.
So I want to make sure that that's very clear. But it's like been happening like 3 or 4 times. Like, because what happens is they go on and they see my 10 by 10 by 4 in the YouTube video world. They see the Facebook postings. They see that I have now 6 #1 best-selling books. There's all kinds of lead magnets, and I got sizzle reels and all that kind of stuff. All the stuff that I learned. Animal Planet. But it's only because of this stuff. It's only because you gave me that free ticket to that event.
I love you.
It all just kind of just grows and grows and grows. So having that tool, just that one tool in TP&I has made me. It came out in court the other day. They asked me. They said, "Sir, we understand that you do this as a living. That you, how much is it you get paid an hour?" And I said something like, "Actually, it's like $250, $400 an hour."
What are you, an attorney?
Yeah. And I go, "Yeah." And they go, "Really? You get paid $4 an hour?" And I go, "Yeah. I mean, that's what I wouldn't be here if they didn't pay me."
Right.
And neither would you, by the way, judge and attorney. And they said, "So how much do you think you've made over the years?" And I actually had to think, and it's somewhere in. And I should not even tell you this because you're going to want a piece of it. But I'm telling you, since that, I've been using CrowdGrabber. It's probably somewhere around $80,000 to $90,000 just from this one avenue of revenue. Just this one. It leads to other stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So
you've done rather well.
I really appreciate it. But it wouldn't work if I didn't use it. Right. So those of you that get into these things need to actually use it and put it together. Put together the landing pages. Put together, and you only have to do it once or twice, and it lives on. Like I said, 3 years after creating that CrowdGrabber, it still sends me notifications.
Still going. That's crazy.
Yeah. So how can they? I know you get the website. Well, I'll actually post it in the comments. But how do they? Can they get in contact with you because you're the legend?
I don't know about that. R Phillips at tpni.com, and since Andy doesn't know how to spell, it's RPHI.
I don't even know where I am.
RPHILLIPS at tpni.com.
Awesome. And I'll make sure when we get to the bar, I'll make sure and get him to type it into the comment section so you guys can have it. Let's see what Dean Renfro has to say. Taking that step, the step that changes your life. Yes. For sure.
I definitely did, Dean.
Yep. What else we got here? He's laughing at me because I'm a god, apparently. So define define
the CrowdGrabber?
Yeah. What is that?
It's just a simple lead capture campaign that you set up with a mobile opt-in. And like Andy was talking about, if you're up on stage talking to a group of folks and they dig what you're talking about, they want your slides or whatever it is that you're offering, you have a campaign set up, and you don't even need phone numbers anymore. You just use our short code. Just tell them to text their name, email address, and whatever the keyword is that you're using. Let's say Andy uses detection. Text that to 58885, and your subscribers will go directly into that campaign. You'll get notification via email, SMS, however you have it set up, and then all of your autoresponders that are set up for that campaign will trigger for them.
Yes. One of the, I'm not sure if you guys promote this strategy or not, but I put the phone number that they're supposed to text to at the very beginning. I'll open up with something and say, okay, before I get going, just so you guys don't have to worry about taking notes, here, just text your name and email address. Sure. You'll get all the slides, you'll get my #1 best-selling book, but still people try to take pictures of the slides and things like that, which is fine.
Right.
But I really want them to have it. So I have a couple slides with a lot of information. I click right through them.
Right.
I go, hey, this next slide's really important. And I go, okay, and I go through really fast, and I click through it, and they go, hey, wait. I go, oh, don't worry about it. At the end of the slides, I have the phone number again.
Right.
Just text your name and email address. You'll get all of that information. It's like 21 things on one slide.
Right.
And it's impossible. They can't even get their phone out fast enough to take a picture. And the font is like 2.
Right.
2 fonts.
That's the fine print, right?
Yeah. And then you talk about PDFs. I say, there's, in regard to what I do, there's a number of questions that attorneys should know that they should be prepared to ask handlers and trainers and that kind of stuff. And there's about 70 of them. So in the middle of a talk, I say, also I have this PDF that has all these questions that you might want. So just also, I'll throw that in. So remember at the end when I show you the phone number, just make sure to text. And so not only will you get the book and the slides, but you'll get that 70 question PDF that has all that stuff.
That's how you capture more than 70%.
Yeah, I know. How good am I? I listen. All right, since Dean's our only fan, no, there'll be other people. Awesome did that at the last event for the Biz card. Worked like a gangbusters. No, I can't read either.
That's one of the other things that the Engage platform has is we have our Engage app that you could do a number of things with for creating real-time video content. And if you're at a trade show or if you're out and about and meeting folks, you could actually take a video, a little 25-30 second video, and send it to all of your subscribers right here and right now. You don't have to wait to upload the video into your media center, into the Engage platform, and then do all of the messaging. You could send it directly through the app. You can the business card. Dean said something about a business card. We got a business card scanner. Scan the business card. It'll go right into the campaign that you select, and all your autoresponders would trigger. You can.
Does somebody actually somewhere read the business card and type all the information in? How does that work?
It's actually a
human being?
human eyes. Yeah, we've got a service that does it for us.
Nice.
Yeah, and we also have a service that does the voicemails. So if you actually have a phone number attached to a campaign, somebody calls in and leaves their contact information, we've got a human element that handles those.
I hope they're better than I am and they can spell.
They have to be.
Hey Dean, I'm using the Rode mic again. I'm giving it one more try. Can you tell me whether this Rode mic is still staticky or not? Whether you answer by the time we sign off or not, that's I'll just make sure and look for that comment. But let me know if the mic is staticky, because I'll throw this thing right out the window if it's not working.
I think it's his iPhone.
It is not the iPhone. I just may have not had it pushed in all the way.
Could be.
That happens when you're not in all the way.
I'm not touching that one.
What? No static. All right, thanks, Dean. Thanks, Dean. I promise you, I think it's the what's it called? Up in the air? The lack of oxygen? What do they call that? The altitude?
I swear every one of your shows turns into a comedy act. A one-man comedy act. And he snorts.
All right, guys. Well, I know that I surprised you on this. Didn't tell you that I was going to do this. I just popped on. But it's really because I owe you a testimonial that I've not done.
This is not your testimonial, dude.
I'm going to take little snippets out of this, and I'm going to use it as my testimony. It's a way of getting it through. But, Dean, thank you so much. What's in the water there? I don't know. I promise. I just landed. From, where was it? Brea, Arizona, and landed in Phoenix, California. All right. Well, now we are going to go have a beer, and we are going to enjoy ourselves. We knew about this was going to happen because Robin saw me on one of my other live things that says, hey, you better make sure and get in contact. So we did. He's my Uber. I didn't know Robin was actually in the Uber business also.
He hasn't gotten his bill yet, though.
So thank you for the Uber. Thank you for the career that you've helped me set up. I really appreciate it. And Dean, thanks for joining us. And whoever else is watching, I'm sure I'll do another one before we take off. I probably won't do one after we visit the establishment that we're going to right now. Because if you can imagine what it's like now when I'm sober.
Let's go get hammered.
All right, we're going to go. All right, great show, great info. You're welcome. Thanks, Dean. Bye.